All right, we are live apparently, and I don't have chat. Why I don't have chat? Hey everyone, um, give me a second here. I need to refresh. I do not have a chat overlay somehow, for some reason. Would you kindly point at my mouth? Thank you. At least we got that going, which is nice. Hello, hello, hello. I have 3 people in the chat, and my chat window is broken. Why is that? Okay, everything is falling apart right now. Welcome to Technical Difficulties, the show. Uh, buh, that's alright. I don't have that normal license. Everyone can chat. Yes, thank you. Save it. My chat is broken, so I can't see what you're saying. And that's a problem. I need to close this window. I don't know what's that gonna do. And reopen this window. And then let's hope for the best. No, monkey see, monkey do, monkey doesn't do. Monkey is not being fun right now. Okay. You know what? The funniest thing is, I did not change a single thing. All right. So why? It's being a hard ass right now. Anyway, hi everyone. Give me a few minutes. I'm trying to figure this thing out and get my chat back in order. Give me a second. It has something to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come now. Hey, it's working. It's working. It's working. Yes. Thank King God. How much time? How much time it took? It took me 3 minutes and 14 seconds to get to the first F-bomb. This is a new record. Right, everyone? Alrighty. So let's put this chat window, this one, over here. Yay. So you can see the chat right there. Awesome. Haha. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Now, tell me, do you hear background noise while I'm talking? That is an important test we're gonna do because I removed the limiter and I removed the compression from my audio source so that you get more clear me. So yeah, let me know. Hey Mac, Lauren, Mandy, Diane, Keith, Fire Girl, Tinus, Tina, everybody. Hi gang, haven't seen you in ages. How the fuck have you been? All clear, thank fucking God. Great. Perfect. Oh my God, how was your week, guys? Mine was crazy. So many things happened, so many weird things happening. Right now, we got a massive fire about 100 kilometers from me north on the mainland, and the entire sky is covered with black smoke and ashes. And I am on call, so I don't know how long the live stream is gonna go. Okay. Uh, in case if I need to get on a boat and go to the mainland, I'm gonna get the call. We're gonna wrap up and I'm off to go. Okay. So that's just to let you know in advance. We have high winds. We had high heat, dry weather. We haven't had rain in about 2 months now, and this is the problem is the high winds. We have high winds and very hot weather. So yeah, just to let you know. Okay, no background noise. Thank you very much. That is great. Oh yeah, I know I was doing very good. Yeah. Oh well, it's the fire season, so not much we can do with it. Um, the problem is people litter, in the winter when they hike around the mountains and they leave the garbage all over the place. And just a plastic bottle with some water in it, in the 50 degrees Celsius, grabs a spark, and there you have it. You have a catastrophe going. So it's or some oil drums or a couple of gas canisters the campers leave behind, these camping gas things, overheats, explodes, even just a desert deodorant bottle, whatever the fuck. These small things can just overheat, explode, and the tiniest spark can, butterfly effect. People are fighting. People are being evacuated from the north of Attica right now. That is basically a little bit north of Athens. Yeah, people are being evacuated. It's big. It's big. It's black. It's looking dreadful. We are safe here because we are surrounded by water, but we are on high alert as well, and we are ready to mobilize if we are needed on the mainland. So yeah, it is what it is. But we are in the shop right now. The shop is open for tourists to come in, and we just hang out. Right now, I just need my happy place. I need you guys. I just wanna, unwind. So grab your drink. Let's just fucking chill. It was literally craziest week of my fucking summer. I've been doing wood staining and varnish removal from exterior shack. I had a project this week. I was doing a shack restoration or shed or wood building restoration, and basically what people use here in Greece is a typical oil-based varnish on everything exterior, right? Now the problem is varnish can't handle high heat because it curls up on the wood and it just burns. Dry burns. So what happens is it starts peeling and you can't do anything with it. It just peels off. Now I have found I was looking for something else but varnish, but it acts like varnish. So I need some impregnation. I need some protection. I need some water resistance and hopefully like mold and bacterial resistance. And I found this wood stain, which is pretty good. It's basically a solvent-based wood stain. And fuck, I forgot to wash my brush. Shit. I put my brush in a plastic bag and I left it in the shed in my workshop 4 days ago. And I just realized my favorite brush and I forgot to wash it. Anyhow. So it's basically a wood stain, solvent-based. It soaks in the wood. It's antibacterial and antifungal. I assume it has chlorine in it or something, and it dries clear, and it creates a film layer of something on top of the wood. It's really interesting. I checked it 4 or 5 days later. after it cured, and it was just amazing. So, based on that experiment, I'm gonna do everything around my house whenever I get around it. But yeah, that was a crazy experiment. I managed to burn down one of my sanders, and well, not burn down, but yeah, got melted because I haven't cleaned it in a year, and yeah, all the resin, what you call it, resin powder in the orbital sander just got stuck and overheated everything. So one very important screw got melted out from its socket, and the whole thing went to the trash. And yeah, that was awful. But thanks to John, because he threw some money at me. He threw me 50 quid, and he goes, buy yourself a new sender. So thanks for him, because he he sent me some money on buymeacoffee.com, so I was able to afford a new sender. And this time I learned my lesson. I'm gonna properly maintain all my tools. Yay! Okay, let's see what you guys been up to. Hey Becca, good to see you, darling. Uh, oh yeah, Florida rain, please, 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 please. Some of the rain would be so great, but we're not gonna have rain until October. Um, Wildfires are crazy scary. Dalmatia was on fire last week, probably still burning. Yeah, that's littering. It's I swear to God, it's 9 times out of 10, it's the litter, it's careless rubbish throwing away, So it's because of that. We have fire here in US California that was started by a stock car that got overheated, been on fire for more than 1 week, over 500 acres, and several homes gone. Motherfucker. Yeah, that's the worst thing. Like, let me tell you how it goes. So basically, I don't know how it's with the with the cars in the US, but here in Greece, cars are pretty old. So between 20 to 30 years old, and budget cars. Most of these cars don't have a underbelly pan, don't have this plastic pan all under the engine bay and all that jazz. Therefore, the exhaust manifold and the catalytic converter are actually open to the air. Thus, when they park in a wild area and the car is an older type of vehicle, these red hot metal bits are actually touching the dry grass, right? And they can stand there for 5-10 minutes and it starts smoldering, right? And the car drives off, and that little ember just flies in the high grass. That could cause this trouble as well. So watch out when you're parking. That's all I'm saying. Bottles are like using magnifier dragon glass. Exactly. Please hit the like button for Bela. It helps to grow his channel. Yes, it does. Thank you very much. Hey, Sherry. Nice to see you, darling. Yes, hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I don't know what it does, but it might do something. Hey, Cassie. Good to see you, darling. How are you, though? Car got stuck. Owner kept gunning it to get it in. Oh, shit. Shit. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't matter if he's in jail now. Like the damage he caused to nature, to property, to life, because animals are dying in these fires more than humans. And fucking like anyway, don't want to be doom and gloom all the time, but seriously, fires are, oh, they're just extremely, extremely painful. Um, I want to. I forgot to do my due diligence, and because in case we have somebody who's new here and don't know this, you can support the channel on buymeacoffee.com, which directly helps out the channel. And if I get lucky, I am able to... No, I'm not. Can I? Thank you. Pin it. I pinned it. Thank you. Would you kindly go back to the window you were... Sorry, I always pin the support link in the top comment in case somebody comes who never been here before and thinks that throwing some cash at my face is a good idea. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with those people, but yeah, that's I have to do this. The like button tells YouTube algorithm that this is a good content and they push it into the streams more. I feel a little bit weird about that, to be honest. I like to keep these live streams on the down low. It's more intimate this way. You know, like we can actually have a conversation and I don't have to, you know, dance monkey dance, entertain people. We actually can have a nice chat and I can have a chat with people who I know, who I interact with daily on the channel in the comment sections. It's, I don't know, it's our thing, you know? It feels weird. If it's like, you know, high publicity, this and that, I don't know. Because it says, I'm good now, I have company, annoying health issues, man stuck in bed, but managed to get private appointment and hopefully new meds next week and do more. Fuck yes, thank God, things are starting to work out, good. Ah. Lauren, I'm going to buy you a coffee on payday this week. Sorry, I'm not chatty, and my autocorrect is messing me up badly. Lauren, please only buy me a coffee when you have like excess money. Please don't spend your paycheck on me. Okay, so that I don't want people to spend their hard-earned money on me when there is a place for that money to go. You know what I mean? Like I, I, I don't want to be one of those people who, who, you know, Anyway, you know what I meant. And don't worry about it. I can read through the autocorrect. I'm very good at that. I will translate from autocorrect to English. Shut up, Becca. You're not gonna see me. She goes, I want to see a monkey dance. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Actually, when I was 18 years old, I was teaching jive, swing, Charleston, Lindy Hop in the UK on the festivals. It was my side gig with a French girl. But back then, I was 70 kilos and not 110. And I had no gray hair. But I have some pictures, I think. Some there. They're not even digital. But if I find them, I'll show you. But I used to dance. I used to teach dance. You know, I was a sound technician, so I worked on festivals as a sound man and a roadie and a speaker boy and all that jazz. But oh no, not but I met a dance teacher girl there who I was in desperately fallen in love with, but she was playing the other side, so she was into girls and I was into her so bad. And anyway, she taught me how to dance It was so platonic. And then we met on the festivals and we taught people how to dance and all that thing. It was a side gig. Me and my youth. Anyway, you are very entertaining. No need to be monkeys. Sometimes it's just natural. You guys, I am listening, but if Fire Girl says, I am listening, but in the meanwhile, I'm paying with epoxy, so can't really chat. Don't worry about it. I keep you entertained, but make sure you pour the epoxy very fast, because if I make you laugh and the whole thing starts to jiggle, that's gonna be a bad result. Wear gloves, by the way. PPE, proper protection. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Wear rubber. Coffee will come. Lauren says, coffee will come from my play fund. Promise. Oh, you have play fund. Nice one. Rebecca, lol, I'm just being funny, but come on, guys. If I hit 1 million subscribers, I swear to God, I'm gonna dance to you. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna teach you how to dance. But until then, we don't talk about this. I hope this live stream will get lost in time and no one's gonna get it out. Anyway, don't record this, please. I'll apologize now for any time past or future if I chat too much at times, says Kezi. Kezi, listen, this is the space to talk. Okay, so that's what we do. It's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, gray is beautiful. Like, actually, I'm silvering up very nicely. I have it here, I have it here, and in the front, and some in my beard. The picture is mirrored, so that you see exactly what's behind me, but my fingers are pointing. It's mirrored for me, so so there you go. I have some white in there, and some white in here and here. My brother got completely white by the time he was 30. So I'm holding up pretty good. Oh, right. Gloves? What gloves? Says Snoopy Girl. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. What is gloves? Uh, I have the gloves on. Fire Girl says, I have the clothes on. That's making chatting harder, lol. I thought I let me just translate from autocorrect to English. I think she has gloves on because wearing clothes would be very uncomfortable. But probably she has like clothes glued to her fingers or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. I tried out the metallic paint I mentioned last live chat, says Tina. It looks okay, so I will use it in a dirty pour on a tray, or maybe try Galaxy Art with it. Nice one. Let us know how it goes. Metallic. I should do a metallic planet spray. Let me put the bug in my ear. Cassie says, I never danced in my life, probably for the best. I'm the most uncoordinated person ever, and stick with watching others. Now listen. Yeah, you've been here. You've been in Greece. Have you seen them dance? You would fit right in. Lauren says, the way Bella puts his frustration into English and that accents make me giggle all the time. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying my frustration. Yeah, when I get frustrated, on a project or doing something, and yeah, I when I get frustrated, I become frustrated in Hungarian. And thus, I have to translate my frustration from Hungarian to English. But by translating my frustration from Hungarian to English, my frustrations just drops a little and a little more and a little more because I have to be rationally thinking for that. So it's it's weird. It's a fight between the two wolves, you know. What the fuck am I on about? Oh boy. I'll be back in Greece next month, one way or another, said Kazi. Yeah, girl, if you're around, hit me up. I might be around, and I'll buy you lunch. All right. Uh, I don't know what's gonna happen. Because I might get a job where I need to fly out of the country for a few weeks and polish some marble in a foreign country. Uh, I don't know. You'll see. That's probably October, November, somewhere there. I might be away for like 15 days, 20 days, and polishing some marble in a hotel somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know. I'm in contact with other people to get some work. And Lauren says, chair dancing. I'm a great dancer in my mind, on my feet, not so much. Probably look like I'm having a seizure. So I sit and bob my head. That's all I do these days too. It's joy watching you work through the moments. Oh my. When you got the waves to work, I was celebrating with you. I startled to get. Yeah, man, that was, oh my God, that was such a fucking relief, guys. That video, so I've been experimenting the previous like 4 or 5 days upstairs and trying to get the lacing right. And I was experimenting with different values in the equation: thicker, thinner, heat, temperature, speed of the airflow. Oh boy, I just really wanted to sort it out without any additional chemicals, and it was a failure like for 4 days straight. And the problem was I was overheated, and I narrated every single video, every single day, every single experiment because I thought they're gonna work. And some of them took me like 2 hours. So I actually had one recording took me about 2 hours, and I was talking 2 hours straight, keeping you just talking. And it was a fail in the end, and I was like so desperate because I'm not gonna post this. This isn't gonna give you any value, you know, for your time. This is just wasting everybody's time. And so the last one, when I had the success with the lacing, that was that was just a relief, you know, like, oh my God, it's over, it's done, I made it, it's okay now, I can fucking relax. I went home on those days when it wasn't working, and I literally almost cried. Sheila asked me, like, my wife asked me, like, what's going on, how was your day? And I'm like, I was fucking defeated. Like, I thought, like, I can't get this fucking lacing going. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. It just doesn't fucking work, and I don't know why. And she was doing research when she is working as an English teacher. I know it doesn't sound like it, but she does. Um, she works as an English teacher like 12, 13 hours a day plus prep work. So she is exhausted, and she's basically supporting us now. So her income is paying for the rent. She's the breadwinner of the family at this point, and even she took out some of her free time to look up solutions for this. So it was a rough week, and when I managed to get the lacing out, it was just, oh, it was just That's it. It's done. I was so happy. And yes, I got the long neck lighters. Funny thing, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm afraid it's not gonna work. But we're gonna do an experiment with the long neck lighter as well, see how it works. Because I think it has to be a little bit hotter than the lighter, in theory. I don't know. We'll see. We'll fuck with it. We'll figure it out. I have. Uh, Cassie says, nope, no lunch. I may have the need to see if you have any turtle magnets left. Okay, I'm not gonna buy you lunch. I have 4 turtle magnets left, but they are reserved for children who come by the shop. They're not for adults. I'm sorry. They are free and they are for children. The turtle magnets. It was so emotional when it worked. It was, yeah, dude. Snoopy, like it was it was one of my darkest weeks since I opened the shop, and every day I tried to get a video out or put a video together because when I make a video, I don't know the day before what I'm gonna do. I wake up in the morning, have my coffee, sit my ass down. I'm like, what I'm in the mood for today, and boom, I shoot the video. But that week I was not in the mood for anything. Somehow the lacing didn't work. Oh, it was just such a hustle. I have an image of how your wife is from my own experience of living with a Persian artist long-term partner. The mask clothes looking like graffiti artist attacked you. You're being unaware of day. Uh, I used to do painting and decorating in England before we moved here. Um, I don't think. No, yeah, I most of my clothing had paint marks on it. Like 90% of my clothing had at least a drip of paint on it. How did you do in the end then? How did you do it in the end? I waited for I used dual casting resin, number one, and I waited for the resin to almost go off. It was thick as it was thick as a double cream or something like that. Yeah, it was thick as double cream, and then I blew it with a heat gun to spread it over. The white spread over the white or the blue, and I used a blowtorch, and I quickly attacked it with a blowtorch, and the blowtorch made it spread. Hey, look, watch the video, man. It's gonna help you. It's gonna explain you much better than I can. God bless you. Lauren says, God bless her. Your wife should be your biggest supporter, fan, and cheerleader. Way to go, Sheila. Yeah, I mean, my wife is, I'm the luckiest man alive, seriously. Like, we've been together for 5 years now. I call her my wife, but we never got married because we spent our marriage money to move here. But we're engaged for like 5 years now. Anyhow, we live as husband and wife, and she lost her birth certificate, so we can't get married right now. Eh, anyway, so yeah, she been with me through everything during COVID, losing my business, my painting business due to COVID, me learning 3D design, 3D CAD design, animation, looking for jobs, trying to support the family. It's she been through with me all along, and I always tell her that she is a gold digger, and she says, "Yes, I've been digging for 5 years and I haven't found shit." Yeah, but she's the worst gold digger I know. Anyway, Uh, Tina says, I put on Facebook a video of me dancing while dusting furniture. I was asked if I had been drinking. Not doing that again. Yeah, I don't think I have a video of me dancing. Hey, Carl, good to see you, man. Uh, my daughter, Cassie says, my daughter not ready for a child and kidnap still legal, so no magnet for a few years for me. Yeah. We are all children of God. That's what we say. Thankfully, I have your amazing pistachio keepsakes and my turtle coasters too. So all good. I am looking for a laser cutter slash engraver, and I'm gonna tell you a secret. So last week, I spent a lot of hours playing Path of Exile, but other than that, I was looking for laser cutters and laser engravers um, on the market, and I found a few brands which were interesting to me. Now, shit, Rebecca bought 10 coffees. Motherfucker, what's wrong with you? Thank you, Jesus Christ. What the fuck, man? Yes, it does. Rebecca bought me 10 coffees. That's a lot of money. Shit. Um, Thank you, Becca. Fuck. It does help. And thanks for coming by. And what the fuck? Jesus. I don't know how to handle gifts live. You know, when I'm recording the thank you parts in a video, that takes me a few tries to do it right. Because, look, I have not celebrated my birthday since I was 18 years old because I don't know how to handle gifts and thank yous and I feel awkward. Thank you, Becca. Fuck. Jesus fuck. Thank you. Don't even know how much that was. Motherfucker. You always put me in a position, Becca. In a very special kind of position. Anyhow, thank you. Cassie says, I love your wife already. Persian partner had to go home for family reasons and ended up marrying. And she sends him back to me every 18 months to make him behave. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Um, yeah, so I've been looking for a fuck. I'm still shell shocked. Um, so I've been looking on the market for these laser cutters and engravers and all that, and I scraped through YouTube and I scraped through the internet, and turns out every YouTube video and every YouTuber, every website which does these comparisons, Tom's Hardware and all that shit, are actually sponsored by all of these guys. Thus, independent reviews of these things are pretty much almost impossible to find. However, I found the guy, and he has like 500,000 followers, and I don't think I can pull it up right now who he is, but I will do my very best anyway. So I accidentally stumbled upon his channel, just like most of you people did on mine, and he actually bought on his own money a uh, a laser cutter slash engraver thingy from Amazon. He bought the cheapest one. I think the title of the video is the cheapest laser cutter on. Oh, there you go. The cheapest laser engraver on Amazon, and the dude is called Andy Bird Builds, and he has 1.2 million views on that video. But long story short, the dude is pretty cool, and he's pretty clear about it's not being sponsored. He has Amazon affiliate links, but he was pretty straightforward with all that shit. What I'm saying is I've been researching because I want to get a laser cutter slash engraver because I want to make my own turtle coasters, because the print shop told me it's gonna cost me, if I order 300, it's gonna cost me €3 per piece. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, I'm gonna pay like almost $1,000 for 300 pieces? No, 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 no. Anyhow, I've been looking through these videos and I was trying to, get some information on what is good, what is bad, how to distinguish what to look out for, what to look for. But all of these videos were filled to the brim with talking points and marketing BS. And I was like, you know what? If I can't get a straight answer on the internet, I'm gonna reach out to every major laser cutter company and laser engraver brand and see what they say if I ask about sponsor content. Thus, I wrote an email and I contacted every single main laser engraver cutter business for future cooperation, because I need a laser cutter, and if I can save a buck here and there, I'm gonna do it. So I reached out to the main ones last week, and only one got back to me. I'm not gonna say which one so far. I'm gonna wait another week. If anyone wanna reach out, they can, and I'll see what is the sponsorship they wanna give me. And by knowing that, I will be able to do a proper actual research on YouTube and filter out those talking points, what they send me to say. So I can do an independent research. Thus, I can make my decision which brand to go for with. But yeah, that's an interesting rabbit hole I've been going down at. But it's gonna be interesting because I really need a laser engraver to diversify my portfolio. And the good ones are actually, you can get pretty good ones for about $200-300, and you can build a complete system out of a. I think what I will do, I will buy a laser cutter and I will hack together every additional thing, because like for example, X2 charges you. There is a pump which pushes air next to the laser, and that air pump, it costs you, I think it's like 200 and something bucks, but it's literally an aquarium air pump for like $20, and they put their own logo on it, 200. And there is a metal wire mesh tray you can buy to put under your work, and that costs another $200 because it has their logo on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think if I'm gonna buy a laser cutter, I'm gonna do every additional thing. Like, you know me, you know how I do epoxy. I'm gonna do enough research to hack it and do it cheaper. Because he says you remind me of Persian guy. We're over 10 years older than you and experimented with everything. Some of that were dodgy as fuck. But he finally got his laser cutter last year. Yeah, we have. Look, we just boys with more refined tastes, you know. Hey, Marcy, good to see you, hon. You're not late. You're in time. I've been online only for 40 minutes, so you didn't lose out on anything. Uh, anyhow, I watched a video with a girl who bought quite a fancy one. Well, it looked fancy to me. She got it secondhand. Don't know how much it cost, but on the site it was 1500 GBP. It had the air thingy. Yeah, what they do, these companies, they buy back their old used. You can you can send back to upgrade to a bigger or better laser cutter. They refurbish what you send back and they sell it on a discounted price. So they basically double, triple dip. Decided laser or 3D printer so far he believes was a correct choice. Yeah, I mean, I have actually a customer base here because most of the island lives from catering and hospitality, and branded shit goes like hotcakes. The first guest house who has been branded welcome gifts or branded stuff gonna win, and I think I can just make company logos and all that jazz. Also, I am working on a project for a lady who is being she's basically the guardian angel of cats and dogs of the island. She been living here forever time ago, and she's running a dog shelter, and she's spending every waking hour and every last bit of her money on the survival of stray dogs and stray cats. And she's basically the sweetest woman we know on the island. But anyway, I decided to make her a table because I think she deserves a gift and she deserves some recognition for the things she does. And I already have an idea that the legs. She told me that. Okay, so we had this lottery tombola thingy, and she won it, and she said she wanna pass on her winnings to her friend because her house is a mess and she has a lot of animals who destroy everything and la di da di da. And I told her like, no, fuck no, that's not gonna happen. Uh, I want to make you something, so I decided to make her a table, and the table legs are gonna be covered with ropes as a scratch post cat, and the tabletop is going to be either mahogany or Iroko or something very, very tough wood. And I want to laser engrave a face of a cat and the face of a dog on top for her and some lovely message. And that's gonna be the main thing I want to use that for right now, because I yeah, I was thinking encasing some stuff in resin for her or doing this and that, but in the end I was like, yeah, you know what? No, let's do engraving. So that's gonna be it. Anyhow, I'm gonna wait another week, what they say, and then I'm gonna pull the trigger on one of the laser engravers. I really like the X-Tool stuff, but my problem is X-Tool is kind of like Apple, that they are they are very proprietary, and they do like to combine, like they they like to keep their ecosystem closed, which means that if you have the X tool laser cutter, you need to get the X tool base, you need to get the X tool this, you need to get the X tool that, and everything is extremely expensive there. And I'm like, it's kind of not my style, you know. And when I reached out to them, they basically told me that if we are interested in you, we're probably gonna reach out to you. If we don't reach out to you, that means you're not interested in any collab. Thus, I, like I think art belongs to everyone, and I am fighting against the elitism in arts. So yeah, I think we all know what I'm thinking right now. But yeah, that's another thing I'm kind of working on. All right. Okay. Now, let me drink a sip of water because I was talking for like 20 minutes straight. Mm. Oh boy. Now, the clouds are looking cleaner. I think they done something with the fire on the mainland. Steady. Yiroko fumes are highly poisonous. Outside, cutting, engraving, burning, turning, or air-fed respirator when inside. Dude, like mahogany dust cuts your lungs inside and creates scar tissue, and you can suffocate. The harder the wood is, the harder the wood is, the more lethal it is. Uh, Yiroko has a kind of chemical in it which is toxic to any living uh, bacteria and shit like that. So yeah, I know. I made a table with Yiroko. But yeah, it's whenever you work with hardwood, you better have respirators. You better have respirators and other stuff like that. I have guests. Come on in. I'll be back. We gotta point the camera down because of your privacy. Hey guys. Good to see you. Working. Yeah, we have a live stream. Say hi to everyone. So, oh my god. That's 40 euros for the whole pack. So it's oh, it's a set. It comes with the holder. Hmm? Oh yeah. These ones are 20. These are 5. I just finished them yesterday. 20. These are 20 as well. And these are not. These are from the supermarkets. These are placeholders. So, yeah. So have you measured up? Yes. What is your measurement? 10, 7. Your arm. 10 by 7. That is the inside of the frame, right? The frame is like this. Okay. Here is the one. So outside edges.
Outside is 130.
Okay, so the inside edge is 110 and the inside edge is 70. Okay, good. So I wanna do a 120. I wanna have like 5 centimeter roll edge. Okay, 5 5.
500.
Okay, cool. Nice one. I'm gonna send you a quote on email in the next 48 hours.
And please, maybe you could imagine the, let's see, what would be the
I already had a dream about it last night.
very
I'm not even joking with you. It's okay, just go. It's fine. Thank you guys.
nice.
And let's go to the windows tonight. In Africa. And see that? That is small. Okay, so when you sleep tonight, close the window. You can run the air conditioner, just keep the windows because that's one. About 3 o'clock. We have everybody to there. We up to the mountains overnight. More. Here. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm back. I'm so sorry. I had a customer. Where the fuck was I? Let me catch up with you guys. Okay, let me see the chat. I have seen cutters in people's videos that they gotten off of Timu, and they seem to work just fine. Yes, that's what I said. I saw a guy bought a complete set from China. I just don't have the. When I do this, when I buy something cheap or from Timu, AliExpress or something like that, I always use burner money. A burner money means is money I can burn and I don't worry if I don't see it ever again. But right now I just can't afford to have a dud, you know. So I need to make sure that the one I'm buying is actually going to work. I do want to point out that you need to learn to accept appreciation regardless from likes, views, or money. You really help me out with these lives where I can chat when stuck home. Listen, Kezi, I'm happy to help. I really, really, really try to accept appreciation. I am not used to it, and I'm not. I don't. I like it. It feels good. Okay. It actually makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and it feels good. I just don't know how to react to it because I didn't really have too much in my life, but I'm learning. Uh, all right, customers. Gas, wind, bottom burps. I lost that one. Uh, I need to go. Sorry. Oh, Tina, thank you very much for coming by, sister. Daughter and I are going grocery shopping to stock up on non-perishables. Crazy word at the moment. Take care, everyone. See you, Tina. Customers are always welcomed. Interruption. Yes, they are. I will tell you about them a little bit. So glad to see the shop get foot traffic once in a while. Like for during this week, I think I had like 3 people walking all week. I barely had anybody in. Leave one for each item for the next shop, Tina. Happy shopping. Don't get fooled by the ads on Instagram. Yeah. Don't ever be sorry for customers. I don't have Instagram. I choose for it. Okay. Okay. You are extremely humble. No, I'm not. No. I'm I'm the opposite of humble. I'm a shit talker. And I'm a fucking huge ego, almost sociopath, almost narcissistic asshole. I just don't know how to handle when people like me. I'm easy. I handle it easier if people don't like me. I can I'm more used to fight my way through people than get people behind me or have people behind me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Sometimes it's worth a little wait to pay extra for the better versions. Other times, the cheaper version can be a lifesaver at times. Yeah, that's what I mean. Look, like how I will choose my um, cutter is that I have noticed that the old Chinese factories who were making these cutters for big brands, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ago, still have the machinery and still producing these cutters, but they are like, imagine like it rolls off from a factory and they put 10 different brand names on it and they put it on the market, but it's coming from one factory, right? It's kind of like the same with epoxy and the coloring. It's the old machines, they still produce these laser cutters. So the decision I'm gonna make is that if the brand exists in Europe and if the brand is actually have a few years behind it, I don't want to buy it. It can be a no-name company, you know. I'm fine with like low budget tier no-name companies. I just want the company to be existing in the next 5 to 10 years if I need anything extra or something changed, or that's my thing. Anyway, uh, if people don't like you, move on. Best way to live. Yeah, that's how I live. Like that's basically my way of dealing with things. Narcissists think everyone likes them. I see more humble egos are buffers not to be hurt. Epoxy resin crumbs will humble you. Oh yes, resin will humble everybody because you will learn your place. Uh, because you can't control it. So anyway, we had these two people coming in today. They visited me yesterday, and you see that painting up there? You remember that one we did a couple of months ago when the heat wave arrived, and I was struggling with that fucker up there. Now, this gentleman and his wife had a look at it, and they commissioned me a piece. They want me to make something similar to that, and they just gave me the measurements for their picture frame they want to have that in, and that's why they came in tonight, because last night they came in, we had a nice chat, and I told them to come by with the measurements, and I'm gonna send them a quote for the commission that I'm going to make for them. And there is a video coming in eventually. So yeah, that's my first commission. Resin on canvas. I think I'm gonna do it on MDF anyway, but yeah, that's why they came in to give me the measurement. I don't really care if people like me or not, says Marcy. I'm the first one to say I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Um, I have lost my. I think I was like almost 30 years old when I lost that view that I want people to like me. At when I got 30, something happened in my life which literally broke me, and from that point on, I was cold. I didn't give a fuck if somebody likes me or not. I just couldn't care less. And ever since, I just seriously don't give a fuck about it. And I live my everyday like that. Like me, hate me. That's your problem. If you don't like me and if I annoy you, that's your problem, not me. That's in your head. That hurts you, not me, you know. I actually made a video on this, how I handle hate on YouTube and in general, and how I deal with negative stuff in my life. And funny story, YouTube demonetized it and hid it. So good luck finding that video. But somehow I was talking about something they don't want me to talk about. Funny. Because he says, I wish you could see the junk in my home. Said before, it's a mess, but artists haven't. Material, printers, space, spare canvases, light boards. Yeah. um, I I I go very, I'm very weird about this because I let my spaces go. So my workspace upstairs, my workshop at home, my office, I start gathering mass, everything starts to become confusing, everything is everywhere. And there comes to a point when I'm, something breaks, some switch flips in my head and okay, new slate, clean out everything, remove everything, put everything back in place, and like it's a new room. And I clean out everything, remove everything, and start from the top. But I tend to be messy, disorganized, and then it hits a limit of chaos. Then I'm like, okay, that's it. I need to put everything back in order, and then I put everything back in order. Lauren says, I don't even like myself sometimes, but I always try to share kindness. So if that doesn't suit them, it's all good. Move along. I don't. I don't even. No, no. I don't share kindness or anything like that. I am brutally honest. I am a good-hearted person. So if somebody asks for help, I help. Uh, for the first time. And if somebody treats me like shit or disingenuous or just malicious or something negative, I just remove myself from that space, or I just tell them to do not ever communicate with me, and then I exist with the people who appreciate me. You know, where in Hungary did you come from? I only been to Budapest, loved it, and dragged mom before she died. Sister and friend turned out to be mom's favorite place. Great memories. I come from a village from a from like 50 miles from Budapest. I was born in a small farmer village in between two small towns, and like there were like 2,500 people living in the village altogether. And it was a farmer village, so basically there were farming fields all around the village, and the little forest, and the creek, and the little lake. And that was the village I was born in. But I spent most of my adult life when I was in Hungary. I worked in Budapest. Carr says, I've been called factually blunt. I've been called that too, or similar to that. Marcy, I'm this way because my dad was absent my entire life, and a very smart person said to me when I was very young, it it's he that's missing out because you're a great person. Yeah, I can see that. Only help those who are genuinely trying to improve their life. No, I'm talking about much simpler things. Like if somebody asked me to help to move I don't know, a few logs in the garden. Like simple things. Like I help people who are genuinely good to me. But if somebody is malicious, being an asshole, or just not my vibe, I just tell them, nah, I don't have time for you. You know, it's easier to select that, especially when you live on this island. There are a few assholes on this island, and there are a few nice people on this island. But if you just treat everyone like you want to be treated, and if you get that back from them, that's good. If you don't get that back from them, then you know who to root out from your life. It's simple as that. Oh, seems to me the sky is clearing out. I really hope they got the fire under control on the mainland. Let's hope for that. Um, yeah, so I had this commission this week, which is hi yay. I see too many people asking for help to destroy themselves, sadly living in the UK. I have encountered that. I lived in the UK for many, many years, and cocaine, Molly, crystal, and weed fucks everything up in the UK. I'm I'm telling you that as a tradesman. I worked on a bunch of job sites as a contractor, as a tradesman, and I tell you that every single blue collar man I encountered at my age, Sparky, Chippy, doesn't matter. Electrician, plumber, carpenter, doesn't matter. Plasterer, doesn't matter. Every single one of them either was a drug addict, a weed junkie, an alcoholic, or 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 a gambler, or one of those, right? And I was like, the fuck, like seriously, I couldn't make friends in the UK because everybody was either high on something or just had such a fucking integrity and value problems. And I'm like, I don't want these kind of people around me, you know. And these were the working class. I was like hanging. I had to interact with daily, you know. And I'm like, what? It's just insane. Uh, elderly people I encountered. Well, I was living in Sussex, the most Tory of the Tory places, right? And most of them treated me as a third-rate immigrant, to be honest. Which was funny. We took our dogs we took our dogs to a dog park, and my dogs are pedigree champion show dogs, and I drove a Jaguar XF back in the UK, a very classy car. So I got out from the car with my two award-winning dogs, and we walked to the dog park. And this posh dude, we just got in talk with the girls and all that. And this posh dude comes with his dog and his wife and the kid, and he goes, "Oh, and where are you from? What is this accent?" And we goes, "Hungary." And he goes, "Oh, that's a shame. Anyway." And he turns and talks to somebody else, and we looked at each other with shit like, the fuck is he on about? Did we just, did he just, and we were like, did, and like there was a crowd of people, and nobody even bat an eye. You know, we were like standing there. Like, I think we need to go. Anyway, I I went on a tangent. So yeah, people like to yeah. Most of the houses I painted, not most of the houses, but some of the houses I painted in Crawley were council houses, and people just like either were racist fucks or people who gave up and they were living on the government support, you know, furlough or whatever it's called. And I saw a lot of families, retired people, single parents who actually just give up, you know. And the problem in the UK is that these people get support. The problem in the UK is that they don't have enough problems. So they get lazy, especially the Brits. Because foreigners go there and they make a living. You know, I made good money. I made 6 to 10K each month. Okay, I was working my ass off, you know, but I made good money there. And the locals, they just don't give a fuck. They just live paycheck to paycheck, get high, get drunk, and of course they give you a ring like, hey mate, you got some work for next week? You know, I need some extra dough. I'm like, what? I just gave you 400 quid. The fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. And also like the kids in the UK are scary. The new generation in the UK are scary as fuck. They don't have they don't have a sense of fear or a sense of respect out of fear. Like they talk shit to me on the street. I slapped the kid so hard and he ended up in the bus waiting area. You know what I'm saying? If that happens in Hungary, if you are a kid in Hungary and talking shit to an adult, like 3 of the adults gonna beat you to shreds. The fuck are you thinking? So, and these kids, they think they're kings. They think they can do whatever they want. You know, then they can say whatever they want. They can stab you and knife you and all. Like, get the fuck out of who the fuck do you think you are? And these are the kids who have never been beaten when they were kids and they told shit to their parents. Thus, they have no respect. Thus, they're destroying themselves. They're high. They're drunk. They are always highly caffeinated on monsters, and they carry a switchblade everywhere. What the fuck are you talking about? Just, yeah, UK is going down, and that was one of the reasons we left the country, because I thought to myself, if I ever gonna make it and if I ever gonna have kids, I do not want my kids to be socialized and educated by the norm of Britain raising kids and educational system, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like that's fucking weird. Let me just catch up on the chats here. You made anything new this week or just busy working? I made some. I had to make a new batch of seashells. I had to make a new batch of. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Pistachios. Focus, you fucking animal. Will you kindly focus? No, you won't. Okay, fuck you then. How about this? Can you focus on this? Not my face. Focus on the color. There you go. So I mixed some yellow and green mica together, and I made these. So I made a set. I made like 6 or 8, and another 6 or 8 of these keepsakes because I had some people coming in and they bought basically everything I had. So I was gone. Funny, I had a Greek viewer who used the channel, and his daughter was visiting the island. So the dude emailed me on the web shop that his daughter is coming in, so put aside this and this and this and this for him. So I made these, and I was mainly just slaving away, doing the shed and trying to survive in the shop, you know, networking, dealing with some everyday life issues, and I'm working, or actually I'm in the talks with getting a few jobs for the winter, carpet cleaning and this and that, to get some extra work in to make sure I will have enough money for firewood and shit. So yeah, was just busy. Marcy says, I have helped perfect strangers without any expectation, even for a thank you, because I believe it only helps to improve this world. But no, I don't help someone if I know they use it badly. Yeah, same. So funny. No, you're getting old according to life when you say, when I. Trust me, I know. Yeah, that was kind of. Cassie says, I live approximately 25. I know. You live on the south coast. I remember your address. Bella, how many languages do you speak and or understand? Which was the hardest to learn? Just curious. So I speak English somewhat. Speak Hungarian, obviously. Uh, I speak basic Spanish and basic Italian, and I understand mostly everything in Italian, and I understand quite a lot in Spanish because I understand and I read ancient Latin. Therefore, I can understand these two languages, and that's why I understand a lot of Greek as well, because I can read. I understand. I speak. I don't speak, but I read and write ancient Latin, and that was a good start. I understand German. I started learning German. I speak a little bit of German. I can read and understand German. Uh, and I've no idea. I understand a tiny bit of French because I have some French friends, and sometimes I can make sense of what they say. But I understand a lot more languages than I speak. Uh, let's see. Casey says the number of people who question why I always visit Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, it's insane. They generally believe these are countries are all strange. We have zero in common as humans. Yeah. As an ex-teacher, I agree. I thought so many kids who at 11 ran the house. The parents were scared of them. Yeah, that's weird. I agree, Bella. Too many have been told they are above others. Every kid these days, and every single fucking kid of Gen Z and Gen Alpha has been told that they are special and they are treasures of their parents and they can do whatever the fuck they want because. So here's my theory. Okay, here's my theory, and I can be wrong. Okay, this is just my subjective theory. The boy who lived with abusive parents from Eastern Europe. Okay, so whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt, because I had a fucked up childhood. I had no normal parenthood. Okay, so what I think happened in the 80s and the 90s, no, yeah, 80s, yeah, in the 80s, our parents were way too strict, way too hard on us. They beat us and they pushed us and they punished us a lot. And our generation, or the generation one before me, has children now. And they wanted to do the exact opposite what our parents did, right? Oh, there's Mama Maria. Anyway, so I think of this as I don't know the word for it, the thing on the string, the weight on the string. So our parents had very aggressive, very abusive. So the thing swing that way. And with our generation and the generation before us, their children went the exact opposite way. And the next generation will be a little bit harder and stringier, and eventually, it will settle, unless we have a great war again or something. But what I'm saying is, they went exactly the opposite way that our parents did, and they're way too soft with the kids. And the other problem is, I grew up in a village. When I talked shit to another kid, I was beaten to pulp. When some other kid talked shit to me, I beat the kid to the pulp. And what happened is, when I beat the kid to pulp, their parent got the kid by the neck, and they brought the kid to our house and told my mother, "Look what your kid did to me." And my mom asked me, "Did you do that?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And my mother beat me. So all I'm trying to say is, we learned confrontation, and we learned to respect other people, because we knew that, hey, if you talk shit, you know, you act like a bitch, you slap like a bitch. You know how it is. Anyway, that's my theory on this, that this generation is just way too soft with kids, and these kids gonna cause trouble. And then when the world hits them in the face, because we're living in an international world, right? And kids from my block meets the kids from that block on an international ground, there will be trouble. Anyhow, that's my theory anyway. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. Yeah, okay. Diet nuts. It should be there. What the fuck? Hey, Shan, good to see you, darling. She goes, "Hi, Bella. I hope all is been well for you, and hi, everyone. I've been MIA as my father passed away the last live I was with. I was at with you, and I said goodnight that night. I've not forgotten about you. Well, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss. Second of all, I really hope that you can work through this. One thing I want to say is that nobody really dies until there is someone there to remember them. I hope it helps. It helped me a lot. Kazia says, "I know the shop address, and I will walk in and check out you being polite soon enough." All right, girl. All right, girl. Carl says, "The wife said, would you make videos cleaning naked? She would pay per view on you." Really? I'm a fat, greasy fuck. What are with a micro penis? What are you talking about? That has just made me feel a little inadequate. Come on, Carl. Like, Jesus. Your wife and my wife are just one of the same. I don't want to click that. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Mary. Pendulum. That's the word I was looking for. That's one of my favorite bands. Yeah, pendulum, the swinging thing. Thanks, everyone. I should read the chat while I'm talking. Uh, Special treasures can do whatever they want. Now that's where you draw the line, or you should. Entitlement is the worst personality trait ever. To be horrible people. Yep. Everybody needs to learn how to struggle through life. That's, uh, you know what I think, and here is another unpopular opinion. I think every single human being on planet Earth should work at McDonald's for a year in their life right after school or in school. Everybody must work fast food in their life before they get into the world. That's more important than army, I think. I never worked at a McDonald's though, but I worked at fast food. Lauren says, my father taught me, don't you dare ever start a fight. If someone else brings you on, you better win, or I'm gonna whoop you again. I mean, I never been told that. I started fights many, many times, but my nose, if you look at it, my nose was broken 2 times this way and 1 time that way before I turned 18. You know, back in my day where I'm from, we didn't know ADHD, so it wasn't handled like ADHD. They thought I'm just a big mouth and being an asshole. Difference between now and then is let kids sort out, and once the fight is over, it's done with forever. Yeah. Bela, that kind of thing teaches children to be victims because they get punished for defending themselves. I wasn't punished for defending myself. I was punished because I got into a fight. But the problem was, there came a point where it didn't even matter anymore what my mother said. But I'm telling you, I'm not coming from a normal family. I come from a very, very, very fucked up background. Uh, I learned everything on my skin and not from my parents. You were closer to him than me, Bella. He was in Cyprus. Thank you. Yeah. Um. It's that's two things I don't know how to react to, or how to express my reaction. One thing is when somebody gives me gratitude or gifts me something, or buy me a coffee, or just being thankful for me. I don't know how to react to that, right? And when I have to express my reaction to loss, I find it extremely hard to appropriately express what I feel on the inside. And I always feel uneasy in these two situations because no words can describe exactly what I feel. I can get close, but it is still not strong enough. No words are strong enough to explain what I feel when I hear about loss or I receive gratitude or thanking, because yeah, that's just me, I guess. Mac Fufu. The swinging thing. Are we still talking cleaning naked? Oh wait, that just ignore me. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, come on, girls. Seriously, I'm not even good looking, okay? Like, okay, I have a good face, but my body type is a diving suit filled up with shit. That's my body type. Ugh, I need to work out. I seriously need to head to the gym. Ugh, but I need to make money as well. It's hard. Yeah. I just looked at a picture of myself 20 years ago, and I thought of myself 20 years ago that I was fat. Now I look back at that picture and I was fucking slim. And now I'm like, yeah, now I'm fat. Then I was slim, you know. Ugh. I'm too old to hope for notice, so I'll take being slightly fresh. Would tap it. Ladies, please. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans if you don't behave. The fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? My mom used to slap me with a rubber soled slipper. Apparently, my skin made her hand hurt. She stopped using the slipper when I laughed. She told my dad she created a monster. He's kinky bastard. I was beaten with belts and wooden spoons. My mother broke so many wooden spoons on my back. It's not even funny. Um, my brother, no, actually, I heard stories that somebody in the village was beaten by, um, the iron cords, the power cord of an iron. You just say that so we tell you that you are good looking because you know you are good looking, Bella. All these girls in the chat know it too. Come on, stop pulling my leg, alright? I'm not. I'm the opposite of that. Seriously, like, check my videos when I'm wearing a white t-shirt. I'm 115 kilos for heaven's sake. Okay, we have a saying in my country that the giant snakes lives under the giant rock. However, I'm terribly out of shape. No, seriously. Like, I have back pains because I have a big belly and most of my fat is accumulated on my stomach. So it's pulling me forward. So I have this lower back pain all the time. Thus, I need to work out to strengthen my back time to time. Like, I spend 3 months per year in the gym doing heavy weightlifting and bulking. I usually do it in like September, October, November. And then I lose interest. But yeah, so yeah. Pixar didn't happen, Bella. Come on, Mary, not you too. You look fine, but you have great personality, which is much more important. At least I have the personality. Yeah, that's it. Hey, I'm old, not that. Seriously. Once my mom beat my butt with a Bible. I had to fake cry so bad. Hey, Bible, what on earth did you do that you deserve the spanking with the Bible? Well, you got this dimples that's better than cash. I got my dimples from my dad. I don't know what the fuck is these dimples. My dad had them. And I have long eyelashes. That's apparently another thing you girls like. Uh, Cassie, I respect that you have a wife that loves you and puts up with you and annoying habits you have. I'm happy being single for now. Thank God for that. Uh, The more the merrier. Come on, girls. Round is a shape. Yes, it is. They're called chubby chasers. I want one. Your beautiful wife loves you as you are. Yes, she does. So glad I popped in this morning. You're all cracking me up. Well, thanks for coming in. Well, welcome. Welcome to the show. Every fucking Sunday night. Oh my god. I hate you guys so much. Seriously. You're all grown ass people. Why you do this? Anyway, um, yeah, my wife loves me the way I am. The problem is I actually have health issues due to my weight. Um, I am morbidly obese, and I don't give a fuck what other people say, especially in the Western world, because now I saw that it's being normalized that people are actually unhealthy and fat. And let me tell you, fat people don't live long. And I want to make it another 30 years. And I have breathing problems. You can see on my first videos in the beginning when I was making my first videos, it was hard. You could hear my heavy breathing in a video. There was actually a point in my life when I was so overweight that I actually couldn't breathe properly. I can only sleep on my sides, so I can't sleep on my back nor my stomach because I'm so overweight. I can't breathe properly. Um, it's I have appetite issues, and I told you about the water, like getting watery in the mornings, like swollen with water. So that's another issue. Seriously, I need to lose weight. Like, and what I do now is what I done before. I'm eating vegetables, a metric fuck ton of raw, unfiltered, fresh olive oil, and and bread made out of grass wheat. And I'm losing, like, in a month, in about 3 months, I'm losing 8 kilos or something like that. But yeah, that's an important thing for me. Okay. I hate you guys. What the fuck? Walk every single day, Bella. Listen, I would walk, but I have a Ducati. Case closed. Pick on Bella stream. Eh, fluid retention. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to be on your back or belly to sex. Woman! Behave. Children. I'm gonna turn off chat. Oh, baby. Bella, seriously, start walking every day for 20 minutes. Not a stroll, you got to move your ass. Uh, Funny thing, I live on the top of a hill, so yeah. No, I'm gonna hit the. Actually, in the next coming weeks, I'm gonna do manual labor because I got hired by a lady who owns a villa on the island and she needs some carpentry done. and she needs a few things done around the house. So I'm actually gonna do proper manual labor. But I just checked my the fuck is it called? The step counter thing. I do like 1,000 steps a day when I'm sitting here. So yeah, either sorry, either I'm gonna hit the gym, which I like to do, or yes, you did. Seriously, you're not letting this go, are you? I can't deal with you guys. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one tonight, isn't it? Trying to change the subject. Change it from what? You guys are thirsty. I'm gonna give you a minute. Okay? I'll be back. Ladies don't spit. That's my problem. That's why everybody loves the hot dog girl. Anyhow, yes, that too. 5K steps outside or treadmill. No, manual labor is usually enough for me to get my exercise in. Problem is, it's just so hot these days that I'm losing so much water when I'm exercising or actually doing anything outside. So yeah, but I miss weightlifting. I'm really into weightlifting. That's a measurable exercise, you know, so that involves some mathematics, and you know, I have actual physical statistics to follow, like how much weight I was lifting last week and next week, so I can see the progress on it. So I like that. It's just $40 per month, and I need to religiously go every day, 5 or 6 days a week, or 5 days a week, whatever is my breakdown. And somehow working out, when I go to the gym, I feel like I feel like I'm doing something wrong because I go to the gym instead of working. And it's a weird fucking mindset. I can't really explain it, but it's I'm the same with going to the beach or doing anything for myself, or playing a computer game, or having a hobby, or just doing something for fun. Whenever I do that, I have this I kind of punish myself mentally so that I feel bad for feeling good for doing something for fun. instead of doing something for work. I don't know how to explain this. Let me just catch up on the chat until you done all the. Oh, baby, trust me, I'm not getting shy. I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to be advertiser friendly. Kezia, lying on my back and enjoying it would be so fun, but sadly, I prefer having energy for exploration. Sounds fun. All right. Bela, OnlyFans is coming to screen. Bela OnlyFans is coming to a screen near you. Yes. All right, we get this minute. Come on, Bela. You can do better than that. Uh, he's a cutie. I'm old enough to be his mother. Oh yeah, I have a king for that. So yeah, on that note, guys, I hope you all have a blessed day and lots of love and light. Bella, take care till next time. See ya. See ya, Asian. Uh, I I spit, I fart. I didn't. The explosion would be heard across the globe, and the world would shudder. Yep, it is life. Mary says, Bella, I need a carpenter. Get some manual labor that needs done. Weightlifting too. Like, there is a price, darling. Send me the tickets. Else I sell my body. Call me Roxanne. I'm gonna wear the dress tonight. My God, Marcy. My goodness. Stop being so judgmental on yourself, Bella. Okay, now. Seems a few of us are a little older than Bella, and we are talking about taking advantage on him now. Seriously, when you were at my age, you know. Hold on, I got a text. I need to check. All right, all right, all right. Cool. Wife and girlfriend goes to the cinema. Not my girlfriend, her girlfriend. Uh, situation. Oh, cosplay. Yeah, I'm into it. I had a girlfriend who was a costume designer, and yeah, she was into it. I was into it. It was fun. Yeah, I need to go to the gym to get that exercise in. All jokes aside, my husband just turned 41. I'm a wee bit older. Okay, a lot bit older. Well, I'm 37. I am. I'm 37 this year. Fuck. I'm sorry, man. Eh, I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not bored nor sleepy. I had a coffee when I had a coffee after lunch. That's weird. Um, it is what it is. Um, I want to show you something very interesting. So the fire, not the fire, the leader of the emergency response team. Don't know about other people, but I am still useless with acting the adult. I mean, dude, I'm 37 and I still feel like I am. No, that's not what I want to say. So I'm 37 this year, And I feel like I feel more responsible than I was when I was 20. I feel more confident when I was 20 than when I was 20. I feel more observant than when I was 20. I feel more calm, collected. I feel more in control than when I was 20. However, I still make uneducated decisions and I still win things and I still am not in the know how like legal things work or how I'm still not the person how I imagined adults are when I was a kid, if that makes sense. When I was a kid in Eastern Europe, people my age had a house, were collected, had a job for 10 years. They knew what's what. They had a settled in life. They know they actually, you know, they had their things together. And I am still renting a place, trying to make ends meet, and if I miss a paycheck, I'm on the streets. You know what I mean? So I feel more adult than what I was almost 20 years ago. You know, I just don't feel I moved up to the point where other people were when I was a kid. Okay, I have more expensive toys, but I'm still trying to make ends meet. You know what I mean? It's weird. Um, Mary says, I identify as a young 6 foot tall supermodel. Me too. Uh, Adulting is way overrated. Yes, it is, but no. That's your perception, though, and the world has changed. Told you the other day, stop being hard on yourself. I know, you're right. The world has changed. Yeah, we have the level of responsibility, but am I grown up yet? In this economy, that is the reality for most young people. One missed payday and a catastrophe. I watched a few videos back in the day. Back in the day, I mean a few weeks back, few months back. And they were talking about that we are living in a silent depression. So basically, we have a bigger depression than what we had in the 1920s, like financially, and we are not doing fuck all about it. Honestly, I'm much older than you, and my life is a fucking disaster in many ways. Have less money than I had years ago. It sucks. I know, I know. It's not the same for everyone, but how should I put this? I was aiming to be at a place where the adults were at my age in 1992, generally, right? And I'm not even not close to that. I will probably never get there at this pace. Marcy says, At almost 65 chronologically, my inner self feels like I'm 26, but my wisdom thinks I should have reached 150 if I had that kept my mouth shut most of the time. Yeah, I feel you. Oh, what expensive toys do you have? Um, I have a bunch of sex toys, uh, but that's OnlyFans content. Uh, Other than that, I have a lot of expensive toys for my painting and decorating company. So very very specialist tools for plastering, painting, and all that shit, which costs kind of a fortune. Um, I was into 3D game design, animation, and all that shit. So I have a bunch of expensive softwares, and I have an expensive computers, a few, and and I have a few Warhammer 40K models. Uh, I don't want to talk about it. Uh, but yeah, I have an Italian motorbike and a French car. They cost a fucking fortune to keep them together without falling apart. Oh boy. Every birthday I turn 27. Been doing that for 43. Every birthday I turn 27. Been doing that for 33 years now, lol. Nah, I'm happy to say how old I am. Laura says, "Hey Laura, I haven't seen you in ages." Uh, Laura says, "Did you consider?" Yeah, I might have dyslexia. Anyway, Laura says, "Did you ever consider that you fed up childhood gave your idea of all the?" Let's give it a go again. I swear I can English. So, Laura says, "Did you ever consider that your fed up childhood gave your idea of adulting a skewed vision?" Oh, fucked up childhood. Yeah, okay, I understand. So, did you ever consider that your fucked up childhood gave your idea of adulting a skewed vision? People back then were just better at not expressing their exasperation. In many were not happy anyway. I'm coming from Eastern Europe, and I'm coming from the countryside, and most of the adults when I was a kid, they actually had a job, they actually had a living. Everybody had a house. um, some of them had a fucked up adulthood, and some of them suppressed their problems, but they were mainly alcoholics and abusers. But most of the kids in my school had a proper family, and the families had proper jobs and houses, and they were able to build houses and shit. So the 90s in Eastern Europe were actually quite fine, you know. So no, no, no. That's now that I think back, you know, it was all right. They they could support a family from a single salary early in the 90s, and from two salaries they were able to actually prosper and get more shit built. Jesus, the faces on the street these days. Oh my god. That's weird. Anyways, um where was I? Okay. Do. All right, end of the day, rent. Let me just catch up with that. Cassie says, end of the day, rent or own, roof over your head, enough food to be healthy, bills paid, water, electric, and a little extra to enjoy the time off. Yeah, basically that's all what I need in life. Like a roof over my head, food in my fridge, and the safety that I don't get thrown out of my house. It's basically it. That's really all I need from life. My own piece of land, my own little shack of a house where no one can throw me out of. That's that's all I ever wanted in my life. Um, because everything else I can I'm coming from a farmer family. I can, if everything else fails, I know how to plant potatoes and tomatoes, and I know how to hunt without weapons, trap and stuff. So I can survive. The funny thing is, there are so many abandoned houses and abandoned plots on this island because the old people died and the younger generations have left the island, and nobody knows who is it related to, and no one can get their hands on the land. There is squatters' rights on the island, so if you live in the house as a squatter and you live there for 10 plus years and you maintain it, you can claim rights to the place, I think. But that's a big gambit I don't want to take. Anyway, I had my 55th birthday on the 7th, just a few days ago. Lauren, congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy level up. Sex toys overrated. I love the stuff that makes art, something that shows beauty that can be shared. Um, I went down mentally. I went down in a very, 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 very different angle that you wanted to express, I think. My most expensive toys, it has to be my crafting supplies, and I won't soon be able to play with them when the last of my site goes. When that happens, everything will probably be sold by my husband. Oh my god, no. Tell me you don't have that nerve deterioration shit too. The lady I'm working for right now, she is 70, 80, 80 something, 82, I think. And her dad just passed away a few years ago. I know. Don't even say. And basically, she inherited his villa when she's like 70, 80 years old, and she has neural. So her the nerves connecting her eyeball to her brain are basically dying, and she is that's so weird to see that a fully capable, mentally there, sound-minded, young thinking individual in a very old, rugged body, and her vision is going like exponentially fast. So like if I'm standing like 2 meters from her, she can only see the shape of my body, not or the color of my beard, but she can't distinguish my face anymore. So fucked up, and there's nothing to be done about it because these are the nerves of the eyeballs, so they can't. There's no surgery for this. Weird, and it's so fucking sad to see like a completely capable human being in a dying body. I hate to see that. I know it's all fun and games here, but I'd honestly love to hear how life in Hungary in the 90s was. It was kind of like the early 80s of UK, late 70s, early 80s in the UK. Mary says, I had an artistic vision once upon a time, wanted to create a huge painting done with various paint colors all over my body and my partner's body, and we had sex on the canvas. and then sprinkle with sand. I hate sand. It goes everywhere. Could be an interesting painting. I would worry about the paint though, getting into places where it shouldn't go, you know. But it could be an interesting painting. Because he says, because of my health, I've been offered free bigger home, but refused as this was my first and only home, and I have amazing neighbors. Don't fucking change it then. Cataracts, Bella, cataracts. I have no ability to curb my spending these days due to having nothing growing up. So saving up for surgeries is almost impossible and take time. Can you get the? I need to translate cataracts to Hungarian. Sorry. Cataracts. Some words I just don't know. I've been using DuckDuckGo instead of Google Translate. Oh, Surkai. Hey, but it's curable. You can actually get a surgery for that. Cataract surgery. Uh, um, have you thought about doing it in a different country? Oh, teaching universities. That's could be something. That's actually not even a bad idea. That's how I got my dental surgery here on this side. And it got sorted out really well. And I think because I had an eye surgery when I was 6 years old, I had so I was so cross-eyed. If I look in this direction, you see this eyeball is lower than this eyeball. See? So I was so cross-eyed when I was a baby that this eyeball was actually terminally right here down, and I couldn't really move it properly in any other direction. So I actually had to get a eye surgery. Um, and I think I got a university surgery too. Carl says, my wife has MS. I don't know what MS is. Multiple sclerosis, I think. I took her to the Shard for our anniversary last month, having a heart to heart. She told me to find someone to have sexy times with because she's constantly in pain and can't love it. Yeah, man, that's fucking hard. That is that is actually extremely. And that's another thing. How do you respond to that? You know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it with anyone else but my wife. Like if she would told me to do it with someone else because she's in pain, I would even just get to the room with the other person. I couldn't think of anyone else but my wife. You know, it's just nah. I had same surgeons. You know, like in in good and bad. You know, health and sickness. I had some surgeons save my life countless times over since 14. Saw him at the hospital appointment earlier this year, and he was suffering from dementia and broke my heart. He still remembered my history. Cataracts are when the lenses in your eyes cloud up and they can be replaced, but there's also a risk that it might not work and other health conditions can occur. Oh, I understand. Dementia is the most fucked up thing. Pauline says hi from the UK. Hey, Pauline, how's it going? Hmm. Marcy says there are none in the area, and surgeries take 7.5 hours drive away and stay 2 days and nights. Mary says, "Where are you, Marcy? If you find one this area, you can stay with me." Really not a total weirdo. Yeah, right. We saw that. You both total weirdos. So anyway, you know, it what should we call it? It evens out. You get some more upper middle of Wyoming. That's not even a real country. Oh boy. Limoges. What can I say? So, story time. So, the leader of our emergency response team. Sorry, I need to put the mic closer to my fucking face and. Okay, I can't talk and pour water at the same time. I know it. I know it will happen. I expected it to happen, actually. I was. I. Technical difficulties. The show. Yeah, story time. Give me a sec. I'm all wet. Shut up. Don't say a fucking word. Alright. As I was saying. Oh, don't even get me started on the new normal. Have you seen the Olympics? Okay, story time. So, shut up, Carl. It's not a wet t-shirt competition. Why would you even say that? I thought you were on my side, buddy. What the fuck? Honestly. Seriously, man. Anyway, as I was saying, story time. So, the leader of our catastrophe response team, um, he is positioned up on the top of the mountains, and he's hiking in the mountains usually daytime to make sure that everything is safe and sound. Now, he brought me a bag of rocks. I need you to focus on this right now. Do the focusing. Please, I beg of you. Would you kindly? Can you see these? So these are quartz crystals. And I have a bunch more of these. And he bought me a bag of these. And these are from the mountains up here. Focus now here. Focus camera. Thank you. Okay, first of all, Marcy, Wyoming sounds like what somebody does when they hit their foot. Each man for himself. Fuck off, man. Um, anyway, so he got these quartz crystals from the mountains, and he wants me to do something with these with resin. And they look so nice. And I'm kind of a hobby geologist myself. I wanted to be a geologist when I was a teenager. When I was a little boy, 7, 8 years old. I studied the encyclopedias, and I love geology encyclopedias, and I love to learn about crystals and all the different kind of structures in stones. And long story short, he wanted me to do something with these in resin. So I got myself a pyramid mold. Should be here any day soon, TM. But these are not reinforced pyramid molds, so it doesn't have the side supports. It's just a cheap ass pyramid mold. Because I couldn't get the good ones. So I will encase one or two in a pyramid mold and see how they turn out. What do you guys think? Have you ever done something like this? Have you ever worked with raw quartz crystals before? Do you have any experience you want to share with me before I hit it? Any idea? I think I'm gonna coat it before I put it in resin, just to make sure I don't have bubbles escaping from it. Oh my god. Where we are. Cassie, go rub one out and come back when you're done. Seriously. Behave. Ah, boy. I wonder how will it handle the resin. Only thing I'm afraid of is resin going between the strands. So going between the strands, and will it ruin the structural look of it? Anyway, I got these three little ones I'm gonna do an experiment with. I wonder how they will look like. These are, it's precious to me because it's part of the island. Like, it's a piece of Egina. It's not even just pistachios or seashells. This is literally my island. This is literally a piece of my home, been formed in millions of years, and I'm holding it in my hand. Puts everything in perspective, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Bela. Anyway, even he doesn't want to read comments. Sorry, just teasing you. Yeah, thank you. My oldest son loves going out rock hunting, but last December he was life flighted, life flighted to the state above mine for kidney failure. Then while in a hospital, he suffered a heart attack. Oh my fucking god! I'm so sorry, Marcy. Hey, Poland, Kalimera. Actually, Kalispera. Kalimera is good morning. Fuck, man. It comes in threes, man. It always comes in threes. I hope you already had the third because this is just fucking heartbreaking. This is one of the things like how like I don't know how to react to this. Let's have some honest talk. Like someone basically has one of the biggest losses in their life. Oh fuck, he's still alive. That's good. That's good. At least he's still fucking alive. You could have said that. Um, all I'm saying is like how normal humans react to this. Normal humans say sorry, I'm sorry for your loss. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're sorry, I'm sorry, everybody's sorry, but that's not gonna make any difference, you know? I don't like to say I'm sorry because honestly, sorry is just not enough of a word to describe the pain and anguish what I imagine you're going through, and it doesn't even describe how hard would be for me to go through the same pain and anguish that you are going through, and it doesn't even describe the helplessness I feel right now to make your pain and anguish go away. You know what I'm saying? Does anyone else have these thoughts? Or is just me? Oh, good call. Thanks, Car. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that. Thank you, man. And that's gonna keep the wall straight. Thanks, dude. I actually need to remember that. Laura says, stop thinking about what have to say. Be there. Stop asking what they need. Observe what normal things are hard right now and do them without waiting to be told. That's that's all I can do too. That's what I'm ending up at. Food says, doesn't matter what you say to someone has lost a loved. There's nothing you can say to make the pain go away. Nothing. So all you can do is make sure they know you care. I know. Yeah, Kalinikta means good night. Yeah. Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's um it's hard for me to verbally express emotions because my emotions are deeper than the words can describe in every aspect of the things. If I'm angry and I hate someone, I can express that with words very easily. But apart from that, Casey says, I have a little tortoise made from stones I found on a beach from the first time I ever flew abroad with my mom that I made after losing her. Oh, I see. I see now why the turtles are turtles. Bella, I'm a natural nature's witch, and that's how I am able to quickly get past the bad because everything is tied together, and my children learn that from me. I think you're right. I kind of agree with you. That's part of it. I have a weird belief system. Um, I have a weird religion. I have a weird faith. What I believe in the live stream, as you would put it, everything is tied together. I kind of agree with you there. Mary says people know that ultimately the deal with the struggle of loss on their own. A simple "I'm sorry" or prayer emoji lets them know that they are not entirely alone. Honestly, when I'm when I experience loss and and when I get these responses, I felt them to be meaningless, and I felt angry, and I felt that my relationship with these kind of people are surface level, and I thought they are deeper. But I might be overthinking this. You know, it's I'm weird. Thinking view is the best phrase. You think you have to say something because other people say things. You don't. You just be there. Sometimes not being alone is the silence. In the silence is all they want, but they don't know they need that. Yeah. I deal with loss very, very bad. I am I am I operate in a binary I operate in a binary way. Um when I deal with loss or when I deal with trauma, I have two mental states. One is the rational mental state, where I am rationalizing the situation. I'm cold, I'm calculating, I understand things for what they are, and I compartmentalize the situation for as it is without any emotions. And the other state is the pain and anguish. And the worst thing is, I see both of them from each. I have the sorry, I have both mental states at the same time. So I know what I should feel and I know how I should think at the same time. And I am trying to force my rationality or my rational thinking onto my emotional reaction to keep it under control and try to suffocate it until it goes away or enough time passes that it doesn't have that much power over me anymore. And that's kind of my mental state about this. Um, Kezi says, it's hard to even remember what happens when you go through this. So it can help if waiting a little, then asking if there anything they need anything or just listening. Yeah. I think you are overthinking it a bit. Yeah, I'm sure I'm fucking overthinking it. That's like 100%. Imagine if you posted about a loss and nobody said anything. Shallow caring is better than zero caring, I think. I do not share uh I do not share losses on social media ever. I I talk to people who are related to the person or related to the situation or in connection with something like that. But yeah, I do not post. But I understand, and you're 100% right. I'm way too fucking overthinking this. Uh, Marcy says, Bella, my way of conveying my concern and my empathy is in person, a hug from a distance. Just let them know that you genuinely care. Words are mostly shallow, but can also be the rock someone needs. Yeah. You remember when I was down, you were there for me. Definitely. You all were there for me. You guys all been there. And your comments helped me through a lot. You remember the time when this whole thing kicked off before even when everything seemed to be lost and everything was just I was way too overwhelmed with everything. Every single one of you were here and sent me either a private message or an email or a comment, and that was meaningful and was so fucking helpful because it came from the heart. But those are like personal messages. It's a different. I feel the loss of animals deeply, says Laura. I don't feel nearly that level with people. That's likely because animals love humans far better than humans love each other, so animals deserve deeper emotions. Look, I have 2 dogs, 3 cats. Animals love unconditionally. And the only way I'm going to be capable dealing with the loss of my dogs, who are with me already for a decade now, is that I have this belief that life in general lives as a river on this planet, and everything that borns comes out from this river, and everything that dies goes back to this river. So they don't really die, they just go back to the river of life. And that's how I handle this. But I'm sure I'm gonna be heartbroken and fucking devastated. And I really don't want to have any more pets ever again. But yeah, life will decide. Pauline says, I've been visiting Greece for 16 years, but I've not been able to go this year because I didn't have anyone to look after my 2 little doggos. How far is Egina from Kos Town? What the fuck is Kos Town? Give me a sec. Kos Town? Let me just check it on the map. Uh, Kos. Kos Town. Give me a moment, please, because I'm streaming from the same computer and Egina from Kos is about If you have a fast sailboat, it's about 8 hours. It's right on the opposite side of Greece. Well, actually, a friend of mine is traveling to Kos. One of my favorite humans is from Kos, and she lives here in Agena. Let's see. Marcy says, remember, these burdens are less heavy when the load is shared. Yeah, I guess so. You can always talk about the loss with the some person. You know what I'm saying? My Fufu says, Laura, I lost a kitten 3 months ago, and she was my perfect wee girly. You love them all, but some take your soul. I honestly still cry about her. Yeah, I feel you. I feel the need to say something inappropriate just because that's what I do when deep conversations start. Yep, I I try to lighten the mood. I used to be like that, to be honest. I used to try to lighten the mood, uh, or just relieve the situation. But that was when I was working in a hotel, and that was just a reaction because of hospitality business. But for a long time now, I just don't. Just let it cook as long as it needs. I just distant myself. I'm the same. The difference between rational and emotional thoughts are extremely difficult to accept at times. Exactly. Car says paint matte varnish on your quartz, probably solvent is best. I've tried water-based in the past, and the quartz repelled it. Kos is in Corfu. No, Kos is an island, but Corfu is fucking far away as well. But Kos itself, Kos town, is like this island is called Egina, and the village I live in now is called Egina town. So Kos town is the same, is the main village of the island of Kos. Paint matte varnish on your quartz. Why should I paint varnish on the quartz? Explain. To stabilize the structure before I put it in resin. Help me here, man. Give me some more to work with. Or if you want, just send me an email. But I better just discuss it tonight if you have the time. I mean. Da-da-da-da-da. I have a bunch of people looking at the window. Potential customers at the window. And they have no idea we are live on YouTube. And we have a bunch of people watching. Oh my god, they're curious. And they walk away. Eh, well. It is what it is. Oh boy. Oh, you were on Kos when a big earthquake hit. Okay, to seal it before epoxy. Why do I need to seal it? That's important to know. We had a few earthquakes here on Egina too, but teeny tiny. Like my chandelier went. Yeah, me and my mom love the sea, but she didn't appreciate me saying the earthquake was just like being on surfboard without getting wet. Yeah, earthquakes are not fun, and we have a bunch of earthquakes here. Sorry, got to check this message. No. Okay, okay, cool. Um. Okay, cool. So if I put varnish on this, but won't the varnish go in the seams? Technically, it would because it has to laminate it properly. Hmm. I think there is an experiment cooking here. That's probably gonna be. I'm gonna make one with varnish, and I'm gonna make one without varnish. Carl, does it have to be matte? What did you write? Oh yeah, because I have gloss varnish at hand. That's why I'm asking. So I don't have to go out and buy. Okay. Okay, so because it's thinner than epoxy, I see what you mean. So it closes the gaps better than resin. Okay, let's see. The resin drowns the quartz and it loses its luster. Understood. Have you put dry resin in wet resin? The drying resin disappears. The quartz will blend and won't be clear focus. Yes, matte. Understood. So it will look like a cloudy mass. Now I understand. Okay, matte. Okay, so first things first. Seal it with matte varnish. I think I'm gonna use spray. Should I use spray or brush on? What do you guys think? I think I should use brush just to go into every nook and cranny, every little cavity. Or is it enough if I just spray it on and see what's what? Hey, buddy. You got a young fella look in the window like, ooh, it's a live streamer. It's live stream. Okay. Um, where was I? Da. Spray works. Okay, thank God. I'm pulling these suggestions out of my ass. I don't know shit. Darling, I do the same all the time. I just use peasant fucking logic and it works. So pulling information out of your ass is the best place to pull information out of. Spray will be a lighter coat. Yeah, I'll probably do like 2 or 3 coats minimum, just to cover everything. Because you know it has these uneven bits, and it has some iron uh, powder connected to it. It's gonna be interesting. Fuck. We never had a big earthquake here. We had knock on wood. We never had it because Agina is a secure area, basically in a gulf, right? So, and we are away from the crack lines. What's it called? I think a light coat would be the best so that the twinkle on a quartz will shine through. Yeah, but it has to cover completely. That's why I use like 2 or 3 coats to cover every part of it. A light coat, obviously, but it has to be like 2 or 3 times because even if you do 1 coat on a flat surface, it won't cover every bit of it. But if you use 2 or 3 coats, it will cover every bit of it on a flat surface. Now think about this. This is a weird fucking surface. See? It doesn't focus, but yeah, you understand most of it. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. Let's see where are we going next. I got to go. Have a wonderful day and night, everyone. Thanks for the great conversation. Thanks for coming by, Mary. I'll see you later. Tomorrow, I'm going to rebuild the shed door. Bill, I bought the pyramid mold on Amazon and it was a lot bigger than I realized. So it will take quite a lot of resin. Mine is a 10 centimeter 10 centimeter height. So mine is small. But yeah, it's gonna take a cubic decimeter, which is about a kilo, half a kilo, somewhere in between. Am I being an idiot right now? Yeah, it's like somewhere between 400 to 800 grams. Okay. Bye, MacFufu. Thanks for coming by. All right, guys, and I think I told you everything what happened last week. Now, next week, tomorrow, I'm gonna be on site and I will rebuild a shack door. So it's not gonna be probably interesting, too interesting to do a video to make. Next week, I'm going to make more of those videos what I done yesterday. So they're gonna be like these short few minutes videos. I made a video yesterday on how to mix your resin because last week in the comment section like 4 or 5 people asked me how do you mix your resin that you don't have bubbles in them, what resin you use, how do you do, what do you do, da da da. And I'm like, I just don't mix them like a fucking animal. And I decided to make this 4-minute video on it, like this is how you mix your resin, period. Because this information is just hidden in those 20 to 40 minutes beginner's guide videos with full of product placements and all that shit, you know. And when somebody has a problem and they need a quick solution, they're gonna look for the problem in YouTube. So I thought I might as well make this short and concise video answering that problem, you know? So I wanna do some of those. I wanna make some of those videos to answer specific questions, you know, because that doesn't take too much time to make. So I can, make money, do some manual labor, change light bulbs and shit, and I can actually give out content which is useful. That's what I'm thinking of. Uh, if you guys have any idea what should I make these short few minutes videos about, please, for the love of God, drop me an email on it to aginacraft@gmail.com so that I can remind myself. If you have like subjects, ideas but it has to be like a problem, a solution, and the video has to be no more than 4 or 5 minutes length. where I tell people what to do and how to do it. I just right now I have a brain fart and I'm thinking about the job I have to do next week, so my mind is focused on that. But yeah, please, if you have an idea, just send it to me on aginacraft@gmail.com. Let's see. Oh my God, Fuman. Marcy says, well, that was an exciting trip to get water. I lost sight for half a second, tripped over my own 2 feet, bounced into the wall. I got your puns. I understood. Be safe, please, for the love of God. Fell to the floor, spilled my water. Marcy, for fuck's sake, woman. Try not to kill yourself. Been working and listening. Thank you for spending time with us. Sherry, come on. It's it's my escape, spending the Sunday nights with you guys. Hey, grandma friend. Nice to see you, darling. You're not late. I was early. Nothing but a small bump on my knee and a noggin. A noggin down. Thank God. It's the first trip in ages and hope it's the last one. Carr says, I dried out flowers and moss last week, brushed it all with resin this morning. It's getting fully submerged next week. How is your dried shit project coming on? Oh, you're gonna hate me, brother. I haven't even fucking started it. I have the silica balls in the bag. It's in the shed, but I just haven't had the willpower to actually get down and do it. Somehow, there are some projects when you can get it done soon and it's gonna be fine, but I just don't start it for some reason. It's one of those, I'm just sitting around, or it just sits around in my shop, and I just don't start it. So, uh, but how is your Tarantula project? Do you have any update on that? True, Marcy. Kezia says, you finally getting any money from YouTube? Actually, I got my first paycheck a few weeks ago. I think I made a video about it. It's called the last video about on the YouTube saga. So basically, I get about $4 after every 1,000 views on my channel, um, minus tax. So I got about $100, I think. I had 40,000 views last month, and I got 100 and something dollars, but I got channel memberships and I got super thanks and stuff like that. So I got some money from YouTube, which is great. And I'm gonna get money from YouTube on the 20th of August, which is perfect because that is the time when my credit card bills roll in. So it can go straight to the credit card bills. Still in the research phase. Okay, let me know how it goes if you have any update on that. I'm so fucking curious about that. Check out the dandelions. That might be something there for you. It's an afternoon for me, says Sherry. You started at 11 a.m. my time. I'm 7 hours behind you. It's 9 p.m. here. I've been going for 3 hours straight. I think I can speak for another half an hour before I lose my voice and my face goes numb. But we try to push it. Last week we did 3.5 hours. I wanna break the record of 3.5 hours. It's just hard talking constantly. Da, 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 da. Make some resin jewelry, key rings, and get a few friends to wear the jewelry and use the key ring so they see them. So their friends see them because they sell extremely well. Here they don't. I actually have some of them. Um, Last week I shot a video where I've been doing these uh, off-cut recycling necklaces, and I completely forgot about it. It's on my phone. I need to save it, edit it, and upload it. I might do it next week. Okay, let's see. Casey, a quick video on adulting is out of the question then. Nothing is out of the question, darling. You spent 2 hours blushing. Yes, I was. Next time you do a live stream, and let's see how the girls treat you. All right, bro? Like, fuck. And you are actually giving wood to the fire. Okay, so, whew, man, I just wait. Let me see when you do the live stream. I'm gonna go on your live stream. I'm gonna bring the girls, and they're gonna like rip you to shreds. Marcy says, I had 3 projects going the last 4 weeks, so I guess I should go try to get them finished. Love to everyone. Hugs. Take care, darling. Enjoy your projects, and I'll see you soon. Understand that YouTube are robbers, but happy to hear you're getting part of it. Frankly, I don't. YouTube takes half of what people pay for my advertiser slot. So when you watch an ad, the company who's running the ad is paying YouTube, let's say $10. YouTube is taking $5 out of $10. That's what YouTube reports me, by the way. So I am not 100% sure if that's true or what's the truth. Allegedly, they pay $10 and YouTube pays me 4 out of that 10. which is fine because YouTube is a big company and upkeeping the streams and upkeeping the servers and everything, it costs a lot of fucking money. But you know what? I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, back in the time of MySpace, we talk about a very long time ago, when MySpace was a thing, when you watched the YouTube video, in the subtitle area on the bottom of the video, right here, how can I, right here, there was an advertisement, a little bar of ad, which you could click an X and remove the advert and see the complete video. And for you to click it off, you had to read the advertisement and press X. And I think that was the least intrusive advertisement and the most efficient advertisement on YouTube ever. And but that's my humble opinion. Back in my day, YouTube was better. You could actually have advertisements on the video page. You had a banner on the top on this corner, and you had these bottom bar adverts coming up like twice in a video or 3 times, it doesn't matter. And you had to actually manually click X to close them to see the ad. And I'm totally fucking fine with that. But today I was watching a video about Argentinian street food of all things, and I watch it on my TV. Now on my phone, I'm running a hacked YouTube, so I don't have ads on my phone and I don't have ads on my PC or my laptop because why would I? I'm a nerd, you know. Long story short, I had a 1 minute long ad break. It had 5 advertisements in it. I watched 10 minutes. It was a 1 hour and 20-minute video. I watched 10 minutes of the video. I have another 1 minute ad break with 5 adverts in it. Unskippable, by the way. So it went for 1 minute straight. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I watch another 10 minutes. I have another 1 minute long ad break. And I'm like, Jesus H. Christ, like, that's just, ugh. So I clicked it off, turned off my TV, and continued it on my phone where I have an ad block. You know, but if you would have like a small window where you just press X to close it, it's not unintrusive. It doesn't break immersion. You can continue watching it. You see the ad. You see what is all about. You press the X. That's it. You know, not intrusive. You got brand recognition, and you don't hate the brand immediately. Anyway, I digress. Oh, John. Hi B, I would like to talk with you about some business related products. Maybe we can help each other. I send you an email. Please do that, sir. Will you respond to this? I will do. I'm not trying to sell you something. You may try, sir. I'm all down for buying shit when I will get the money. aginacraft@gmail.com. Email me. I just finished. Yeah, I'm going to make a video about scammers. I'm gonna make a video about social engineers. I'm gonna make a video about dropshippers and the scammers of Shopify and what to watch out and what to look out for, and also the scammers of YouTube, the vultures. So that's a fucking rant brewing in my heart right now, okay? And I'm waiting for it to brew enough that I will, you know, there will come a time when I'm gonna turn this mic on, turn this camera on, and I'm gonna go fucking ballistic on them. But anyway, John, please send me your email. I just finished making over a wood kitchen table. Here and there, for the past 4.5 weeks. I'm just playing with small projects in the house while I listen to your live. Thanks for keeping me company. You're welcome, Laura. Thanks for listening to me talk. Marcy. Oh, I'll be doing a live stream on my birthday, Halloween, and everyone is welcome to come. I'll announce it closer to then. Darling, please do. I will give a shout out to it. We're gonna organize something for your birthday. We're gonna come by. I pay for premium so I don't have to watch the ads, and it's worth every penny to me. I was thinking about getting premium when I was watching YouTube on TV, but because I'm a geezer, I have a funky YouTube application on my phone, and I have a funky web browser on my laptop, and yeah, I just make it go away. If I can, I'll stick to buying art from you or buy coffee. Uh, yeah, I mean, buying me a coffee is amazing, and I'm eternally grateful for it. Uh, but uh, I feel better if somebody buys stuff from me because then I can give something back, and I know I already give something with my content. I know, and I shouldn't be hard on myself. MacFufu told me, and I should accept donations and stuff. But it's hard. So yeah, dude, like, I mean, I have the shop. I can make whatever the fuck people need, and not just resin, not just woodworking, like anything from Agina at this point. And there's perfect gifts, to be honest. You know. So yeah, if you have birthdays, family, relatives, whatever, think of me. I'm happy to send a painting, do a custom space, whatever, or cutting boards, coasters, blur, name it. Or you can actually commission me to do something completely different, you know? Just challenge me. And once I have the laser, that's gonna be even better because I can just personalize anything, you know. You just tell me what you want, what you really, really want. No, no. Okay. I'm going Spice Girls now. What even happened to Spice Girls? Anyway, um, where was I? Yeah, so once I have the engraver, you can buy the shit what you want. You can send it to me. I can engrave it and send it to you. You know. Ugh. Okay. I'm on ads on YouTube at the moment. Tired falling asleep to podcasts this week. Waited for ad to finish, and too lazy to read screen. Ad was 20 minutes. What? It was a 20-minute ad. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's like I think the ad break is like proportional to the length of the video or something like this. I don't know, man, but these ads, and also on Twitch and YouTube, these are really intrusive, and I hate them. And yeah, they are awful. Anyway, the YouTube CEO died. Her rest in peace. Well, she just died today. I think she was 53 years old. She didn't deserve to die, and I'm sorry. Did you think about the incense holder idea? Yes. And incense holders are so Greece is a Christian Orthodox country, and Every Orthodox family, household, and job site has a small altar where the icons of the saints, patrons, and Jesus and God are displayed. And every home altar has a sanctified incense burner. And let me show you my incense burner. This is this is my sanctified incense burner, and it's made out of clay, and is made by the monks of Athos. And I have sacred incense there, and I burn it every day, every morning. Uh, all I'm saying is there's not really a market for incense burners here because every family has incense burners, and you can buy them in the supermarket in the religious section. This was €1. So yeah, I know it's not a donation. That's what I'm saying. This is and we get back to the same thing now. My rational mind knows what it is. My emotional mind tries to emotionalize somehow that I'm not worth it, or you know what I'm saying. It's weird. It's the same mindset when I punish myself for having fun. I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know, brother. I know what you mean. It's just, and actually, I can make it very easily. I have mahogany boards, which I have 25 wide mahogany boards, and they are 5 thick, 5 centimeter thick, and I can slice them to half a centimeter thickness, and just groove it in the middle, put a hole in the corner, done. Incense burner, you know. I just don't have enough food traffic for it at the moment. Actually, I don't even have food traffic this month. Like, I had a customer last Sunday who, during the live stream, and I had a customer on Wednesday. And that was it. Nobody fucking buys anything. The village is empty. It's weird. Like, we have a fraction of the tourists what we had last year. People just don't come in, you know. And now I'm sitting here, you know, all night. I mean, I've been sitting here since 6 p.m. and I had few people stopped, look through the window because they see a guy talking into a mic, you know, and they just look at the shop window. But I don't know, something is weird. So I don't want to diversify my portfolio right now because I can't even sell the shit I have, you know, because there is no people to sell it to. What I mean. So uh, I should have a flyer girl at the port. I should put out I know I should do some promotions more, but I don't think that's the solution for this problem, to throwing more money and workforce at it. I think right now is diversifying my income is the better solution. Having a plan B, having another foot to stand on. So I restarted my company, BX Decorations, which is a painting and decorating company. And I do painting, wallpapering, any kind of decky work, mold removal, soil deposit treatment, carpet cleaning, stone pavement, stone like pressure washing and all that shit. And I have a few gigs in so that I can afford rent and credit card bills in the next couple of months, you know. So that's yeah, that's the thing. But like website sales, I get it. I know you would buy one, but there's only so many things you can sell to a household. You know what I'm saying? So I can make you one custom made, the but I need to make sure that the time I spend with work, I make enough money to pay 1,600 euros worth of credit card bills every month. You know what I mean? I have UK credit cards and I tanked every single one of them over 8 months just to survive. And I have a 38 to 46% interest rate on every single fucking credit card I have. And for me to be able to stay afloat, I need to pay out 1,600 euros every month. So I need to decide if I take on a decorating job every morning and paint a house or make more stuff and try to push it through the web shop. I don't have the luxury to do that. When I have a stable second income so that I can support our family, I am able to experiment and diversify my product range. You know what I mean? Let's see. Microphone says, we moved the heavy fridge from our shed up the hill, up the 3 stair into the house, and you are still here after saying you were going. Yeah, because friend turned up, and I was like, fuck it. Seriously, night ads turn into their own podcast and always so much louder than what listening to. Ah man, I'm seriously telling you, I'm using a hacked stuff and it works. They wanna force you into buying a premium, to be honest. That's the goal. Which is I think it's fine if you think about it. YouTube is has been giving service for us human race for free since we know it. But the upkeep of YouTube is fucking expensive. Now, Google has the money to have YouTube at a loss, to be honest. But YouTube as an entity on itself, it can exist by itself. So yeah. I'm telling you, free coffee and a seat to get them in. Darling, there are no people on the street. That's the thing. It's not that they don't want to come in. It's like a fucking dead village at daytime. And in the evening, people are going to the tavernas to eat, so they're not gonna buy shit. So I leave the shop lights on, like the window lights on, so they can look around, and if they want to have something next morning, they can come in. That's how it worked until now. But we don't have enough people for it right now. Have you got an A-frame advertising board down at the port where the ferry comes in? No, I don't. And the thing is, I looked into it. It's about 150 euros to get one, that A-frame thing, and to get a print in it is another 60 euros, and that is half of my rent at the moment, and that's 1 month credit card bill. And I'm no, That's just, and the thing is, they're they're gonna forget it by the time they get here. So you have to understand, I can't rely on tourists. This shop cannot rely on tourism. If the occasional tourist comes in and buys something, it's good. But this shop cannot rely on tourists. This shop has to rely on locals or people who have villas here. For example, I had a lady walk in this morning, and she was like, "We have a villa up in the mountains, and we would like to get two end tables to our sofa." And I told her like it's gonna cost you roughly 180 euros a piece. And I gave her my card, and she's gonna get back to me. And this is the kind of business this Hegina Craft needs to do to survive. It's weird. We have much less tourism here now that we had in the last 3 years. Yeah, it's Kezi, it's called planned obsolescence. Can I see all your artwork labeled with a short description? Actually, I have a label under every art piece, and it says the title, the media, and the price. And I started writing up. You recommended me last week to start writing up the little description or the little story of each piece. And at first I got a brain fart, like what to write, how to write it. Then it was too long. Then I decided to leave it at that. And when I have some idea, I need to see more art galleries. I need to do some more research how to shortly and concisely describe my art pieces so that they talk to the people who come in. For real, my first washing machine lasted 20 odd years. After that, lucky if you get three, four without issues. Honestly, my first washing machine was a Energomat Lux, and I think it was made in Czechoslovakia, and it was older than I am, and it was still in use after I left the apartment, and I see a few of them still going. And some of the washing machine repairmen told me that they are actually built different these days because they are using more oh my god, guys, help me out here. It's a soft plastic, white plastic. I forgot the name. Anyway, so it wears out after a while, and they use the shock absorption system for that. So the plastic wears out, and then it's gone. Toilet break. All right, I'm back. Car says, I broke 3 washing machine. I left stones I collected in my pockets. I broke one. Okay, so I cleaned, or I wanted to clean. I used to clean my paint rollers in the washing machine. And before I put it in the washing machine, I pull out all the paint from it as much as possible. And then I put it in the washing machine for a cold spin. And it cleans the paint rollers like new. One time, I forgot to take the paint out from the rollers, and I just shoved the roller heads in the washing machine, and I literally destroyed the machine because the emulsion got dried on the heating coil and everything. It was a fucking nightmare. Because it says, I know that many in the UK are really struggling with paying bills recently and not able to travel abroad. Yeah, dude, that's why I left Britain. It's going down. It's going down bad. And not even talking about the political situation there right now. I'm talking about like after like who in their right fucking mind would leave the European Union? That like kill the golden goose. Like that's I there is no logical reason to leave the union because the money the country paid into the union, they lose much more without being in the union, and it's just basic common sense. Anyway, politics again. Yeah, the one we have now is its bearing are away, and I think sometimes with a heavy wash it rolls about and it will break the floor and end up in the basement. I had the same with mine. One of the bearings were loosey goosey, and it was like always imbalanced, and I couldn't do anything to balance it out. And eventually it got so bad that the 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 fucking so there is the barrel, and on the end of the barrel there is the rod, and on the rod there is a spool, not spool, circle thing that has the belt on. I don't know how you say it in English. It's been 3.5 hours already. I'm sorry. So that thing just fell off, and I had to buy a new one. And I bought one made in Hungary. Funniest thing ever. It's an off China brand. It's made in Hungary, so we'll see how long it goes. We had it for a year now. So far so good. We use the machine like 3-4 times a week. Scotland didn't vote for leaving the EU, but we got pulled out anyway. It's so stupid. They the pulley is the word. Oh yeah, pulley. That's the one. Yeah, dude. I mean, Scotland would be better off without England. I think. I I, I know it's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I think. One sec. Um, I I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I think the UK would be better off it would fall apart. Got your email, Pauline. I respond back as fast as I can. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Right now, what's going on in the UK, I watched a couple of videos on on uh, on what has been going on, what happened in the Midlands, and all that shit. And honestly, I think they are trying to divert your attention from something even worse. And I'm not a tinfoil hat guy, so bear that in mind. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Far from it, actually. Uh, but but there comes a point in every nation's life then they just had enough, and the small, the straw that breaks the camel's back. And I think that they want you to think that this was the straw that broke the camel's back, but it isn't. I think Brits are way more complacent to do anything for themselves. But something is going on that they don't want you to see. They started it with the Olympics, and now they do it with the internal struggles of Britain. Something is going on somewhere they don't want you to see. And I'm glad I live on Agina. I'm glad I live far away from all this madness, you know. But I'm still pumping gas into my car. I still need epoxy, you know. I'm still interacting with the world, so yeah. But people are getting tired of this is the silent depression I was talking about a couple of hours ago. Like, we live in a silent depression right now that our generation can't afford to live at this point, and we are we are getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of it. Like, every fucking day is a struggle for everybody. I mean, 99% of the people, we're trying to make ends meet, and sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but we are getting tired of we have been told that we can be rock stars, winners. We've been told that we can be anything we want. We've been told that we can be successful. We've been told that we can be great. And we're slowly realizing we aren't. And we are very, very pissed off. And this was a direct quote from a movie from 1999. That movie has changed my life. And and I think it's time that I just I just I just I just do something for myself, like, but how do you fight this? How do you fight this? Like, protests. Nobody gives a fuck about protesting. Like, you can go on a protest, you can march. We did that. I did that when I was 18, 20, 25. We went on marches in Hungary and we protested about the corruption and everything, and they were like, yeah, let them vote. They will get tired of it eventually. And then we got tired of it. And we went back to work. Because at the end of it, we got hungry. We need to pay rent. We couldn't not work. I'm tired. I'm tired of this world and how it is right now. This needs to change. And I don't know how can I be the change. You know what I mean? The only thing I know is In the village I live, we solve our problems here and we leave the government out of it. Something needs to be done, we do it ourselves. If someone needs help, we help them. If we need help, they help us. But we leave the government out of it. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, Macro says, I'm very tired of it. I can't make to the end of the month without worrying about food. It's very tiring. Thank God. The food is one thing I learned very, very young is that food is the number one priority. Bills come after food. Because when you're hungry, you can't think straight. If you're not hungry, you can think straight and solve the bills problem. So I have it, sorry, something in my nose. I have it the opposite way. I do food first, bills second, because fuck that. Uh, okay. Casey says, I refuse to call it Great Britain or the United Kingdom, has never been either in my lifetime. Yeah, true, but it is what it is. British Isles. Casey, I never called myself British. I am always Scottish, unless I have to in official forms, and there's no Scottish choice. Uh, Funny thing, I know a lot of English and Welsh, and they call themselves English and Welsh. And every single Scotsman I know, and I know quite a few. Funny, I know quite a few actually. Call everybody in Great Britain have their national identity, and that comes first. And only the Englishmen are proud to be British. That's from my experience, and that's from all the people I know. So, and I don't know that many, but yeah. I always believe that divide and separate is the way of hiding the truth and being picked on for since teenager. Divide and conquer, darling. That's a saying from the Roman Empire. And yeah. The other thing is from Latin called panem et circenses, bread and circus, brings the attention away from the problems. And that is where they get us. We are too busy surviving and supporting family to fight. Yeah, that's how I see things too. The 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 world is set to have the large part of the world has to struggle to survive so that they don't have time to think. You just have to make the best of what you have on live on a local way. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. That's kind of a similar thing. Yeah, I think that there is this saying: think global, act local. I don't know where it's from. It's just stuck with me for many years now. But I am fairly certain that if you are working together with the people around you to solve problems and support each other for survival, you can achieve great things, and you can get better solutions, and you can have a better quality of life than fight your neighbor because they have a bigger cow than you. And that's what the government wants. That's what all the governments want, to report your neighbor because he was doing something under the table. Yeah. And now we became an anarchist podcast. Welcome to Aginacraft, the place where you don't know what's gonna be about next hour. My god. The more tired I get, this place more and more becomes the summer night terrace talk place, if you know what I mean, in the plastic chairs. Guys, I have to go. Got to catch the guy in the pigs who are roaming in the garden. What? Good luck, friend. We love you. Please don't break your neck. Be safe. Kinda pigs. What? Ah. It's almost 8 o'clock there. What are you doing with your kinda pigs in the garden? Oh boy. I'm dying to get a cigarette now. Ugh, it's way after sunset and I need to smoke my cig. Ugh. Funny, I'm not addicted to cigarettes, nor I have ever been. But once the sun sets and it goes past 9 o'clock, I have this weird feeling in my mouth and in my right here somewhere in my jaw, and it's like tingly, and I feel the need to have a cigarette. Eh, but during the daytime, I basically can't bear cigarette smoke. I'm actually feeling physically sick smelling cigarette smoke. Eh, I'm weird that way. Oh yeah, and the other thing, I can smoke like a pack a night. But there are times when I'm smoking just a single cigarette a night. It's weird. Anyways, Guyana pigs. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for me to say my goodbyes. Because it's 9:40, sorry, it's 9:46 p.m. and I need to get to the Ironmongers tomorrow at 7. I need to start setting up some woodworking stuff. So, I think it's time that I bid you farewell and I take my leave and I close the shop for the night. Thank you very much for coming by, everybody. This is the highlight of my week, or highlight of my week. Every time I hang out with you guys, just so uplifting, and it's just makes me so happy, and I feel so much more energetic about the next week. And I just want to thank you for being here for me all the time, every time. And I'm so grateful for our lovely, lovely community. Anyway, let's try not to burn the world down, and let's just try to make the world a little bit a better place for tomorrow. Kalenikta, everyone. Good night. Thank you very much for staying with me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I will probably post either tomorrow or the day after. All right. Now, good night to you all. Thanks very much for